Arsenal Man U is old school rivalry. You might not be able to say, I'm an old brand, man. I'm
I get gassed about that.
Arsenal Man U being the rivalry that started the Premier League.
Yeah.
All this Liverpool Man U Chelsea is all come after.
Yeah. This is the Premier League.
The OGs was the rivalry of Arsenal Man U.
Yeah.
Do you mean? So
always.
As much as I hate United more than I hate Spurs. And if you ask most Arsenal fans, they will tell that truth.
We hate Arsenal more than we hate Liverpool or Man City. Who cares about Man City? I hate Arsenal way more because I don't see Liverpool fans.
If you're a Southern
Man U fan, yeah.
You know, look at Ransom.
All right, so Manny, how are you? Firstly, because it was tough yesterday.
It was tough.
And you were there.
I was there. I witnessed it live.
Yeah.
You know what's sad about it? It was the elation when Garnacho did what he did.
I screamed.
Did you celebrate?
No, I'm humble.
You just smiled.
You were in the
smiled.
Arsenal
Because
section.
you're surrounded by Arsenal fans.
I was humbled. But the Arsenal fans in club level, they're not the real
They
fans.
don't make noise.
Fans screaming and no one said nothing.
Yeah, no one said
Really?
nothing. The Asian guy, no one said
Kicking
nothing.
off with his son, no one said nothing.
Right. Yeah, because you're with your son, then that's you ain't gonna do. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, club level, they don't go on like that.
But then when Rice scored, my brother stood up or like this.
To the son. That son's gonna learn a real lesson, man.
You are toxic, man. You ruined his childhood now, man.
That is too funny.
But at least he should have been calm.
No, he's got to learn about football rivalry.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be celebrating.
When Garnacho scored, that guy behind us was screaming.
Yeah, he was screaming.
He was kicking off like he forgot where he was. I'm like, dude, you're at our stadium.
But it was the 88th minute, and it was Garnacho, and it was a sick goal.
Manny shows.
I got composure though.
Manny's had a few years of experience, like knowing when to
Screaming
shush.
I'm like,
Yeah, but it's just common sense.
it's common sense,
Yeah. But yeah, man, it was a tough one. I was watching it with this guy over here to my right.
What do you guys think of the result?
I think it's. I think 2-1 would have been fairer.
To who? To us?
To you? To who?
It's so funny the way they read the game. Like
To United. You think United deserves to win?
Okay, do you think we deserve to lose?
there you go.
Yeah,
Wow.
100%.
What do you think?
I think you guys played better than you did last season.
Yeah.
I feel you contained us more than you did last season. I feel that you guys came with a game plan, and your game plan was to contain us, get us on the counter,
But that's always like
get your result, and dust out. I think the game was made harder for us because of the lack of fluidity in our midfield.
You're beating around the bush.
You haven't answered the question.
Do you think we deserve to lose?
No, I don't.
Do you think
Thank you.
out of the two sides, who do you think deserve to win more?
I don't think you guys deserve to win more than us.
I think it was a pretty 50-50
The reason
game.
why I say that is because if you look at the amount of corners we had, if you look at our XG, mate, we had more.
Let me just know. Hold on.
I literally shots like chances.
We had more possession in the final.
You guys had
third.
like 2 shots.
Let me just say, yeah, but
Okay.
he just said how we set out to play, so we're gonna have less shots anyways. Like let's say that way.
How can
But
you say that you deserve to win more
But
than
you lot didn't really have clear-cut chances. You lot didn't pepper us. You lot weren't
I
like
think we
dominating
had
the
more-
game.
We had more clear-cut chances than you did.
yes, and you mentioned corners, but let's be honest, Martinelli was just going down just hitting Wan-Bissaka every time.
To be fair, at that level, when you're playing top 6 teams, you shouldn't be peppering them. It should be
It should be a battle.
It
Yeah.
should be a contest. It should be a battle. If we're completely peppering you, then
Yeah.
no questions.
But at home, you should be on top.
I think Arsenal started the game better.
100%. Yeah.
And then you contained
They
us.
did.
What?
They started the game good. We played way more better in the second half.
Oh, the first like 15, 20 minutes.
No,
Did we watch the same game?
No, we didn't. Well, from what we watched, the whole like first 15 minutes, they were in our half, bro.
Like Martinelli was getting at Wan-Bissaka consistently.
Don't you remember
He didn't get at him. He didn't beat him once.
The most of the I don't know what.
Man, you should have seen the possession stats.
The first 15 minutes, bro.
In the first half, we had more possession.
No, the second. I'm talking about
the first half of the first half.
The first half. As in the first 15 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
We would. Arsenal,
No, they were.
Bro, Benz was like to me, bro, why are Arsenal on us like this?
Yeah, they were.
The first 15 minutes of the game.
It did not look like that. Live, it did not look like that.
Yeah.
What did it look like?
You lot,
Had
and
no possession,
Onana was beating your press. He was dictating from the back for us.
Yeah, we saw that.
We were so comfortable, and we like basically stifled you and quieted you. You lot didn't do it.
Bro, this is what happened. This is what happened from our point of view. They were in our half most of the game, most of the first half, sorry. And then there was a point where they stepped off, and then we were just literally playing left and right from the halfway point, but we weren't really penetrating. And then they decided to come and press us again. So they were doing it smartly. But for most of that first half, they were in our half, bro. Like we saw the stats come up on the screen. That was like flipping like 70-30 or something.
Yeah, I'm not going to debate. It was clear that you were in our half, but I didn't feel when Arsenal have that kind of.
I didn't feel
When Arsenal have that kind of play, we threatened, we cut open. So last season, I remember in the last 30 minutes when it went to 2-2, and Martinez scored. I can remember Man United might have touched the ball like 3 or 4 times. I remember Gary Neville, because I was there. Gary Neville clearly saying what is going on, and the goal was coming. So when the goal came, it wasn't a surprise. It wasn't a shock. It was clear we were.
He was coming. Yeah.
This time, it felt very frustrating. Me and Manny were sitting behind the goal where Onana was, and yes, we had moments of passing, but it broke down really rapidly in front of the goal. Man, you get the ball. They didn't look stressed.
Yeah,
I feel like we contained you.
We contained Saka.
Onana was just pinging the ball over people.
Very relaxed.
It just looked very relaxed.
He was very relaxed. I'll definitely.
It looked very relaxed. So I was just like, yeah, we might have been in there half, but it just didn't look like.
It wasn't threatening.
Yeah, Man United could have played like that the whole game and got it right. 0-0. See you later. Go back.
And I think that's what we were cool with.
Yeah,
and that would have been a good result for them.
Yeah.
We contained you guys and got the goal that we deserved.
That goal was
deserved. One of the days we kept you guys quiet in terms of I think Havertz had that half chance, but his confidence is so low. Man.
That was terrible.
That was a pass to
a deft touch.
That was a pass. He just miscued it just fractionally.
But I think like you said, Ben, we moved the ball side to side, we're containing you, and then we hit that ball that we break and we transition quickly, and we got our goal.
Yeah.
And then lots of concentration, we let you guys equalise straight away.
I would say that.
We did.
That was terrible.
How we conceded a minute after we scored?
35 seconds.
Yeah. So
that is shocking.
I going into that game, I'm normally quite nervous before a Man U game. So last season I was nervous. This season, I wasn't nervous. I was more worried about what our formation was going to be and who was going to start. Because if he had started the midfield that I would like to. Arteta to have started, I feel we would, and I said this to you again, I feel we would have continued. I think at this point in the season, you're not where you were when you played us last season. You still got players to integrate. Do you mean you haven't got Varane? I was like, this is a time to play you guys. And I don't think we capitalised on the fact that you guys are more wounded than us, or you're not in the right place.
Because of similar time though.
No, not at home. Not at home.
Oh,
So for me, the reason why I think the game was the way it was because, mate, our midfield is still not fluid with Havertz in it. And this is me not saying, and I will talk about Havertz in a minute. It's not fluid with him in it. So you've got this whole.
He's not good.
I'm gonna come to that.
He's not good.
Let him come to that, bro.
The whole left side is gaping and causes inefficiencies in our attack. And you can clearly see it. There are points where he's free and they don't even pass the ball to him. They come back round and come, and because he's just not at the standard. He's not confident. He's not at the level he should be to how we play right now. And because of that, it seemed easier for Man U to do what they needed to do. I seriously believe you had Jorginho, you had Rice in the 8th, and he was kind of covering for Jorginho because obviously Jorginho is not as mobile as Partey. You had Rice in 8, you had Odegaard. Man, Jorginho will be pinging passes and those kind of eye through the knee pull passes.
Jorginho lacks.
I was going to say that. If you had Jorginho on the 6, we would have countered way more.
But the thing is,
because
Rice is so mobile, he would have cut that out. He would have played as an 8, but he would also would have.
Superman. What do you mean he can cut? What are you talking about?
Mate, listen.
He's like,
Jorginho is not mobile, but he also makes up for it for positioning. So I've seen him know where the ball's going to be,
yes, that
and cut passes out. So he's not like he's completely redundant. He can still give you a good performance if he's got the right players around him.
Okay, fine.
So I think that would have been when you haven't. If Partey is not available, I think our best midfield right now, in terms of standard, in terms of form, is Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard. And I think if that midfield had started, I think we would have had a better game. We would have controlled the ball more.
Okay.
Jorginho's better recycling the ball, doesn't give the ball away, and I think it would have been fluid, and we would have just choked you.
Yeah.
That's my view. And I think we didn't choke you was because Havertz is like, he doesn't get on the ball, he doesn't contribute to that recycling.
So are you guys saying that the reason you guys didn't control us, when you're saying that how in the first 20 minutes, and you're talking about the left-hand side, but then you're saying that how Martinelli apparently was one-on-one and beaten.
He wasn't. No, he never said he was beating him. He was just taking him on.
You said you had him.
He just said he was taking him on.
You were taking him on and doing nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
He was winning corners. That's what.
That was it. He won like 7 corners in one half.
Yeah, because Wan-Bissaka wouldn't let him come inside.
Yeah.
He's going down the wing and he's clearing it.
Yeah.
Like he literally marked him out of the game.
I think your wingers were pretty much redundant. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a well-coached, drilled side from us.
Compared to, I can't argue, because compared to what Saka and Martinelli do, as soon as Martinelli and Saka get the ball, you can clearly see the fullbacks are scared.
Yeah.
They look disorientated. They look dangerous. You think every time they're going to get the ball, they're going to do something. It wasn't like that in this game.
Yeah.
And I suppose, like I said, from my perspective, it was frustrating to watch because I still feel that I think Havertz is going to be a good player, and I think he's going to cook, but he needs time.
He's going to cook what, man?
Let me explain what I mean. I understand what...
It's so crazy that...
He's cooking toast.
Let me tell you what it was.
He's cooking cereal.
When Arsenal... Because obviously we sit behind the goal, right? Where Onana was in the first half. So Arsenal come towards us in the first half, right?
Yeah.
And you can't see Havertz's movements as clearly as you do when he's going the other way.
Okay, yeah, of course. Yeah.
I can understand what Arteta's brought him in for, because going forward, with the runs he makes, the fact you've got Rice, who's a bit more athletic, that fourth striker going into the box, making runs, if you find him, can be dangerous.
Yeah.
And could overload.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
in theory,
right?
yes.
I get it, in theory, I get it, right? Mm-hmm. But he doesn't look, he hasn't got to that level yet where he can come into the game, turn, pass, do 1-2s, move quickly at pace.
Yeah.
He's not there yet.
Yeah, and that's hard.
So he's not contributing to the build-up play, which you need to have a fluid midfield. But what I did see in the second half was when he makes runs and people find him. So when they
penalty,
got a penalty.
Yeah.
And there's been loads of times where he makes runs.
What penalty?
The overturned penalty.
Let's not
if Havertz is not a penalty, then Rashford the week before wasn't a penalty.
Oh my.
Rashford the week before is it's not the same. It's not the same.
Let's not lie on camera. Let's not lie.
Similar though. I'll give you that.
You said when you watch the highlights, you said that happened.
At the time,
you said he dived.
At the time, I saw it once on the replay on the screen, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they showed it.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, thank God they got a screen out there.
No, but they don't normally show.
When I saw it again from different angles, and then you see Rashford.
They want to die.
Mate, if you're going to give there's got to be consistency. I don't think Rashford's for the penalty. Let me be brutally honest, right?
You don't think either one?
Are you ruining him?
What about Hojlund's one?
Which one? Gabriel.
Yeah,
Come on, man. He was going down already.
Come on, man. Hold on. Let's say it was Varane pulling down Gabriel Jesus.
I'll be so honest with you. I was with Peter watching the game, and I said I think that's a penalty.
Yeah, but when you're watching the game, you call for everything, man.
No. I'm talking about the one on Havertz. I thought that was a penalty. I've seen those given. I expected that to get given.
I think
it looked like a penalty. From the action, it looked like a penalty.
I was shocked to see that overturned.
So did Rashford's.
Then
I think it was crazy
Rashford's
to be overturned.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
It was a dive.
It wasn't a dive.
I wouldn't call it a dive.
Have you watched it back?
He forced the penalty. It's not a dive.
It was, bro. My guy.
He fouled him.
My guy's running, and he's running. His legs come up, Wan-Bissaka's come in here and
he's come in, yeah.
His legs
it's not. That's not a dive. It's not a dive, but it's not a penalty.
He felt contact. He went.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's not a dive.
The dive is going down when the challenge doesn't bring you down.
That means everyone dives.
You categorically told me that if there is contact in the box,
you should go down. You should.
And you go down as penalty.
Yeah, you should.
You should ask for it. But
You should dive.
That's what you're getting paid for.
It's semantic.
Okay, can I take us on to something quickly? Yeah. So, from where we watched, I couldn't see much from Martial. I just want to know what you guys saw in the stadium.
Ineffective. That's literally the best word to describe it. Ineffective.
He needs to watch Nketiah.
Nketiah was great. He was great. Nketiah was great. He was really good. He was really good. He was strong against our centre backs. He was holding up the ball. He was playing on. He was chasing some stuff down. He was working.
Best game I've seen of him.
It wasn't the best game.
He was working.
He was average.
He was working.
Best game I've seen him last season at home against United. He was on.
Yeah, that's different.
When both strikers came on, it changed.
That's what I was going to ask you. So the reason why I asked you about
came on, the difference between Hojlund and then Jesus as well.
Yeah. That's the reason why I wanted to ask you about Martial, because you were saying if you had this whole midfield free with Jorginho and whatever, you would have been better. I personally think if we started with Hojlund, with our game plan of counter attacking,
as soon as he came on, the game changed. So the thing is what I want to see, what I'd like to see, because man, Arsenal Man U is old school rivalry. You might not be able to say, I'm an old bread, man.
I get gassed about that.
Arsenal Man U being the rivalry that started the Premier League.
Yeah.
All this Liverpool Man U, Chelsea is all come after.
Yeah. This is the Premier League.
The OGs was the rivalry of Arsenal Man U.
Yeah.
Do you mean? So
always.
As much as I hate United more than I hate Spurs. And if you ask most Arsenal fans, they will tell that truth.
And we hate Arsenal more than we hate Liverpool or Man City. Who cares about Man City? I hate Arsenal way more because I don't see Liverpool fans.
If you're a Southern
Man U fan,
you know, look at Rants and Bens and all those man on social media, but you know what it's like. Rivalry is a real one. And actually, this might sound messed up, but actually, I actually like to see Arsenal and Man U at full strength playing.
Same.
Same. When they do, I don't want any excuses from Man U fans. This person wasn't. Beat them well.
Full
excuses.
Full team. You know what's interesting? Before the game, it's very surprising to me. Before the game, they put up a stat. The last 10 seasons, Arsenal have finished above United 7 out of 10. Wow. And that's so surprising. So surprising.
How many trophies in those?
I think we've got the Europa and the FA Cup.
Are you including Community Shield?
No.
Yeah, I think they've only got they must have won the FA Cup twice or 3 times in 10 years.
Yeah, we've won FA Cup
and Europa. That's it. And Carabao. That's true. That's true.
That's like the Community Shield.
But we've both only finished second twice in the last 10 years.
That's why we need.
But 7 out of 10, that doesn't feel right, innit? That's showing you that the tide has turned.
The tide is turning.
Okay, man. This is where my conversation was going to come on to. For me, from my perspective, I was gut. I understand why he didn't start Ramos because he's still not fit and you don't want to risk him. Yeah. But as soon as he came on, change the game.
Yeah.
Martial was ineffective. I don't get why he started or why he played him. Rashford has to be on the left. I would have played like. Even Eriksen would have been more effective up front. You would have like a false nine.
He wasn't holding up the ball. He wasn't. Yeah.
He did nothing for you.
Yeah.
Like you haven't got like a young heavy striker in your academy who could have started up front. I don't know where are the young youths coming through.
Yeah, Charlie. He's going out and
yeah.
So going to your point with Martial, he didn't help you.
Yeah, I agree.
As soon as he came off,
he kept the ball. I think everything he technically keeps the ball well.
Which I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent here. Which is why I'm a bit funny with what Ten Hag is doing because he praises Martial after the game. Yeah. He praises Martial before the game to gas him up. Yeah. And then he says Sancho can't play because he's not playing because he's not training hard. And do you think Martial's training harder than Sancho?
No, but listen.
Do you think Martial was training hard?
Listen.
That's a whole topic of conversation.
Listen,
boy, I thought that was cold.
That's not cold-blooded.
I saw Martial.
That's not cold-blooded. Hey, you know what? Football fan.
No.
Cold-blooded. I was shivering.
All he said.
It's ruthless.
He's ruthless.
It's ruthless.
Yeah.
You don't think it was cold-blooded?
He didn't have to put his business out there like that.
What's in his business? He didn't say anything personal about him. He said, I've got to select the squad. His performances in training.
Was he in the squad?
No. In the squad. His performances in training means that he didn't quite make it. Bro, you remember this guy let this guy go away for 3 months. He went on hibernation for 3 months.
Man, he's saying all the tweets I saw him retweeting.
He's right. Man, he's right.
Yeah.
No one is saying what Ten Hag said was a lie. It's more the fact that he said it.
He outed him.
I just don't think there are things you
But when
should say.
Mourinho's doing that, no one says nothing.
No, I do. I don't like.
I've never like that. I don't care who does
I
it.
think you should.
Mate,
I think you
let me
should
ask you a
protect your
question.
players.
I could be wrong because
Thank you.
I think you should protect your.
He's protecting Martial and he's not protecting.
Yeah, but
I don't think Alex Ferguson used to do. Alex Ferguson, did he used to do that?
He has said stuff about people, but I don't know if that's
He wouldn't say
anything.
someone hasn't been training well. So
Alex Ferguson would blast the hell out of
that's
you
your
back in the
business.
room, mate. You know.
Yeah, but
out
it's
in
still-
front. I
it's
just
not
I
necessary. I don't think
that
it's
was old. That's
necessary.
old school, like rule number one. I've never known. And Alex Ferguson, someone you do not mess with.
Yeah.
But I've just never known him.
I don't think it was.
Yeah, but
Pull someone out.
even Pep has gone on to Calvin Phillips saying that he's come back.
Yeah,
overweight,
that's maybe a new man. Maybe that's new stars,
himself.
man. But
Yeah.
He needs to get to the right level before he can come back into the team. Bro, it's honest.
I don't know.
And he's
I like.
still not playing him.
He's still not.
I like Arteta. Arteta was asked about Havertz, and he goes, sometimes it just doesn't work for you. Like, oh, my wife, you have to be persistent, and then it works. Like, I like that school of management, when it's more like encouragement. Because people like Sancho, they're young kids.
Sancho's
Yeah,
been there
but
for.
he's been there. This is his
Havertz
third
is,
season.
Havertz
yeah?
is, I think if
And-
it was
Yeah,
3
it's
years
true,
on,
And
Mate,
Ten
I don't think it
and
was.
Ten-
would be
Ten
saying
Hag
something
has given them different types of management.
Very
He's given very different types of
I hear
management.
it. Okay, I
He's
hear
paid
it.
him through when he's had bad patches. He's taken him out of the squad, brought him back on. He's let him go away for 3 months to sort himself out.
I'm gonna say,
What happened?
Protected
Because he
him.
was playing sick in pre-season.
yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
second
I'm
pre-season
gonna
when
say,
there's no pressure.
I'm gonna
It's
say-
easy playing in pre-season when there's no pressure.
I'm gonna say
When
something.
nothing counts.
I'm gonna say something I said to you last week or 2 weeks ago, and I know what your response is gonna be, but I still think it's bullshit.
Go on.
Anthony, who had been ineffective for
Aye.
certain games, just chill.
Go on,
He'd been
go on.
ineffective. He played very well, and when he got the ball, and there was loads of times when he was literally free, and nobody's playing him the ball because our centre backs were just weren't brave enough.
The switch that Anthony was on.
They just weren't brave enough.
Much.
But let me just say this: like
Go on.
with Anthony versus Sancho, the treatment of those two players, and I'm not saying that they're the same like quality, but I just feel like Sancho doesn't play well, he doesn't start the next game. Anthony doesn't play well, he starts the next game. Okay. And I know you're going to come in with that stat with the minutes. I've seen it. I've seen the stat with it.
What about the starts?
I haven't seen the start stats.
Anthony started, I think, 23 times last season for United in the league. Sancho started 21 times.
Is it?
And Sancho was out for 3 months.
Show me that. I want to see that shit. I don't believe that. I don't believe that Sancho started more than Anthony.
Do you think Anthony played very well yesterday?
I don't mean, when he had the ball,
I think this
I
is
liked him on the
usually-
ball.
He tracked back. He did.
Yo, he tracked back a lot.
He as a winger and in a playing in a top 6 away game.
Yeah.
He didn't put a foot wrong. He didn't. Get
That's
the
what
ball
I'm
away.
saying.
He like.
And we hardly had the ball.
You're playing away
I
against
think
the
I
top
thought
six
he was
side,
good, man.
and he kept our shape well. He worked hard.
Track back.
Track back.
Didn't let yourself. Boy.
I mean, it was difficult for us for any of our forward players to create chances.
Rashford probably ran with the ball like 3 times
Yeah.
in the whole game.
Martial, I didn't see Martial do anything in the whole game. Fernandes, we'd have a chat about Fernandes.
Oh, he played.
Yeah, man.
Wait. Fernandes started that Garnacho break, by the way, with a great tackle.
No.
It was Fernandes. He tackled from behind whoever had it. I think it might have been Jorginho.
Havertz gave the ball away, though.
Yeah.
No, literally Fernandes tackled and then Casemiro started playing us forward.
So you're saying...
For the Garnacho goal.
For the Garnacho goal that didn't go.
So you're saying-
That was
so
a
you're
great tackle. What are you talking about?
Wait, so you're saying, how's that been created? I said he didn't create nothing.
Oh, he didn't create anything.
He didn't create nothing.
Yeah, but we just said in the same sentence 2 minutes ago that we hardly had the ball. So how much did you want him
No,
to
but I'm
create?
saying no one creatively did well. For our front line did not create
Yeah, but why are you singling out Bruno just now?
because he's our captain. He's got the most creative chances in the league.
Mm.
In the top 6, he goes missing consistently. At some point, we have a conversation about what he does for us.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you that,
Like,
but I think he
as
worked.
bad as
I think he
Rashford
worked. I think he
may
worked
play-
hard. Anyways, I think he worked hard.
Is that enough? Is that enough?
It was.
I
That's
think
what I'm saying. The conversation is not
He's
enough.
respected by other professionals. There was Kevin De Bruyne was.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Yeah, and
that's very strange.
He ranked Bruno Fernandes ahead of Odegaard, man. In the sunset.
Yeah, but that was in terms of creating.
I think it might have been like a. Yo, I don't like Odegaard. Let me rank him lower.
He gave his point. He said that Odegaard is more of a controller. Fernandes likes to take risks.
Yeah, great chances.
Like he's always creating chances. Like
I think it might be one of them ones where he's played against Bruno enough times to see like that Hollywood pass that's worked.
Such fine margins because if Garnacho scores that goal and it's onside, you guys got the M6. There's a complete different.
1,000%. 1,000%.
Perfect.
And I was so happy because we haven't won at the Emirates. I don't even know in how long.
Let me make it relative, right?
Yeah.
If Arsenal go to Etihad and play like that,
yeah,
I would, mate, and we lose the way you guys lost. I'd be like, do you know something? That's in progression.
Yeah.
Because we got slapped.
Yeah.
And Etihad, like in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So to go there, score first.
That's true.
If we go to the Etihad now, they're peppering us. Saka scores.
Yeah.
1-0 up, and then, do you know what I mean? We get a goal, 2-1, and it's like...
You score in the 91st minute, yeah, exactly.
They see we're coming after you. They'll be, that's why...
Ten Hag said that he loved the performance, best performance of the season.
I actually think that was one of our best performances. Definitely our best.
You guys started better than you did last season.
We did, but he did say that it was the penalty.
Toothless last season.
He said we should have had a penalty.
Yeah.
He said Garnacho was shown from the wrong angle.
Do you not think that was offside?
And he said...
He didn't look it, boy.
He didn't look it.
No, but you don't trust VAR.
Yeah, I don't. But you gotta trust VAR.
Do you know something?
I don't understand.
The fact that we're not fluid right now and we're not at our best.
Yeah.
So you're saying the fact that you are on fluid is because of Havertz?
I think it's the main reason.
It could. Sometimes you have one. Sometimes you have one and it just goes, bro.
And the thing is,
and I think will be more.
And the whole thing
happens when it also happens when that Xhaka, Partey, Odegaard. When Xhaka's not there, there is a video of me on AFTV.
Yeah.
I even got gunned by troops on Instagram for it.
Okay, yeah.
There's a video of me on AFTV, and I'm being interviewed, and I'm being asked who's been the best Arsenal player this season.
Yeah.
And it was halfway. I think it was halfway through the season, and I said Xhaka.
What season is this?
This might be mate. I think it was just the year before COVID.
Okay.
It might have been that. No, it was the season before COVID.
Yeah.
And I said Xhaka. And she said Xhaka. I said, do you know why? Because of his improvement from the season before.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And everyone was gunning me, Xhaka, This is when everyone thought...
Everyone hated Xhaka, yeah.
Everyone hated him, whatever.
Yeah.
The thing about Xhaka, right, is I've always said, Xhaka, if you're going to win the league, Xhaka is not somebody who's good enough to be starting in your midfield to help you win the league, but he's a good squad player, he's a good leader, he brings a lot to the dressing room. I wouldn't want to lose him.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Last season, when Arteta moved him into that position, coached him into that position, you saw somebody completely come alive.
Yeah.
And the thing he gave us was he's excellent at keeping and recycling the ball. He's excellent in terms of defensive positioning and can help like Partey in terms of that defensive thing. And when he goes forward, he's able to find a pass. But what he lacks is that running into the box and getting more goals.
Yeah.
So that's where the upgrade of Kai Havertz comes in. What Kai Havertz isn't being able to do is what everything else I said Xhaka does.
Yeah.
So when Xhaka's not in that team, Vieira hasn't historically been able to do it, and the whole midfield is different. When Xhaka, Partey, and Odegaard are in that midfield, we control games.
Fair.
Generally, we control games, and that key to that midfield is the key to how we play.
So So do you feel like you can still control the midfield with Partey playing inverted?
Mate, no, you can, but the risk you get to that is that when you have people counter attack or come down that right side, Partey's not in that position, which him tracking back, he struggles.
Yeah, there's no way.
I'm gonna counter something,
So that's where the goal from Nottingham Forest came with the Lange. The guy just runs, ball across, goal.
Listen, I want to counter something because you're talking about you guys dominating possession before.
You got a stat.
Key to everything we do.
I'm not talking about dominating possession before, and also that Havertz doesn't do that for you guys. But when you lot were dominating and Xhaka was playing in that advanced 8 role, it was Zinchenko that was inverted, that was making us control games. And Zinchenko was doing the same thing now. Timber was doing the same thing.
He was actually quite good yesterday.
He was. So
Okay.
what?
Yeah, go on.
So for me, Xhaka was not really involved in build-up play for you guys.
He was though.
He was, man.
He was still.
How?
So what would happen is when you, man,
No, Peter, go on.
Zinchenko will come in. There'll be an interchange. Like we'll dominate the ball on the left. There'll be an interchange between Xhaka, Martinelli, and Zinchenko. There were consistent triangles being
really,
and he's confident. And you can even tell. Like I think I was saying this morning, bro. Like when Havertz passes the ball, there is no
conviction.
There's no confidence, no nothing. Like literally, Zinchenko, Xhaka, and Gabriel Martinelli last season would dominate that left hand side. 100%. So it's like we are missing that cog there who's the glue between Martinelli and Zinchenko. It's different.
It looked better and it went up a level when Vieira came on. You could see it.
He's good, man.
But what he doesn't give you yet is that kind of coming back, positional play. Getting the ball.
He's more of like a final ball guy. Yeah.
He's more of a final. He's more of a final ball going into.
What was Zinchenko's role then? Inverted.
Well, yesterday.
No, in general.
And from my perspective, he comes in to overload the midfield, to pack the midfield, so we can get the ball back quicker. And when he does get it, he's able to kind of find that pass along the left to people like Xhaka, Martinelli. But the thing is you can see Havertz doesn't come to receive the ball like Xhaka used to. Xhaka would come to receive the ball, recycle it, and then make runs.
With confidence.
Yeah.
With confidence. Havertz just runs off and expecting people to find him and to make those long runs. And he's not coming in to build up the play.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Okay. All right, let me ask you guys a question, both of you, yeah? Amazing result for you guys. I know you're guys happy. So what do you think about Rice? Like, what do you think about what does this do for Rice now?
Man, go on.
I
love Rice. I can tell you about where
I thought he did well yesterday. I didn't think he was a 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10. I thought he did. He won the ball back well. He was very calm and composed on the ball. He kept things ticking over. I just think that he's just got to keep getting better. Playing in the team like this, I don't know where, because even in the interview after the game, he was like, they asked him, they was like, where do you want to play?
Yeah.
Or where do you feel most comfortable? And he was like, in the 6.
Yeah.
But it seems like Arteta wants to rotate him in the 6 or the 8.
What do you think? What do you think he brings to your side?
I think he's that mentality is crazy. I think physically as well, like he's durable, like he doesn't get injured, touch wood.
Yeah, true.
Like, by the way.
That's the end of us.
He doesn't get injured.
Yeah.
He's physical, he's up and down, he's a box to box, he's mentality. I think he's got great passing range on him as well.
Have you seen that for Arsenal? Because I've seen some clips. Have you seen it for Arsenal?
I've seen clips in highlights on YouTube.
I've seen clips in the last couple of games. So it's been getting better game by game.
Yeah.
For me, right, mate, you've left your boyhood club. You've been their captain. You just want to.
No, it's a story.
Then he just won them a European trophy. Yeah. He's got a price tag of 105 million.
Yeah. And he don't care.
He's coming into a team where he's having to learn a whole new way of playing. He said it in his first week. I've learned more in
that's crazy.
At Arsenal and tactics more than I did West Ham.
It's not rude. It's not rude.
But he was just being honest, right?
Yeah.
And he's come in and he's had, I would say, 7 out of 10 performances in every game.
I think that's what Rice always does.
You know what he said?
Always give you a 10 out of 10.
He said in his interview he just wants to give 7 and 8s every week.
Yeah, but he's doing
which
that.
is weird. I think that's a weird thing to say.
But why?
He's doing that when he hasn't learned the system and he hasn't even at his best yet.
Okay,
Do you know what I mean? So my brain is going.
Yeah. Especially in the position that he's playing.
Exactly.
You want that person to be dependable. Makelele was a 7 out of 10 every game. Makelele wasn't out there.
Yeah, okay, fair.
But I think he can give you 8s and 9s out of 10s.
If he plays an 8.
If he's advanced. I even think from a 6 point of view, man. Because Partey used to give you sometimes 8s and 9s. Even in 6, even in number 6. And
I used to give 9.
Mate, he did. Man. And I think Rice can get right. And I think Rice will get there. And you can see he can get there because he's humble. He can see where he is in terms of his development.
Yeah.
And if he's doing this now, think about where he's going to be. Mate, there are players, right? I know it's only 4 games in, but there are players who come on who've moved this transfer window, big price tags, and they look lost.
And one's at your team.
Name.
One's at your team.
Havertz looks lost. Mate, Havertz looks lost. Casado looks lost. Mate, Murdick from Chelsea is still lost. We'll see you later. What's going on?
Yeah. Okay, so like, scoring a winning goal versus literally what you said, this is a big game. Yeah. Is he like in Arsenal history now? Is he in the history books? Or is it just like another game?
It's a stepping stone. You need milestones, I think, in your career to get you up to that level.
Yeah.
We wanted him to get a goal early against a big team for people to feel good, for him to connect with the fans. He's done that.
Okay.
What you now need, Mal, is a big away performance in a top 6 team where you can really controls the game.
Yeah. It's got to be Europe, man. All this,
mate, it's true in the Champions League. What
That's
you're hoping
true.
for? Let me tell you how he cements his legacy this season, right? We play Man City. He's the difference. We beat them. Why are you guys in bondage with Man City?
Because nobody beats Man City.
Beating Man City in the league.
Nobody beats Man City.
No, we care.
Who cares?
We care.
Why?
Why don't you care?
Why are you not looking at Champions League?
Let me tell you why.
Why not
Come on, it's a step by step.
We're not thinking semi-final Champions League. Need a big performance.
That doesn't mean, but because we're saying that doesn't mean that we don't want to be.
We don't want that. I'm just saying.
We want both.
I'm just saying.
True.
From a psychological standpoint.
What about Anfield? Why not Anfield?
Mate. Do you know why? Because last season we beat Liverpool at home and we should have beaten them at Anfield, mate. We went 2-0 up
and then you lost your heads.
We lost our heads. I think that I'm not saying that kind of hoodoo over Liverpool. I think is kind of broken. I think we're at a level now where whoever the best team will win on the day. Against Liverpool. We're not like there's mate, we can play well against City and they still beat us.
Yeah. You did last season though, at home.
Mate, do you know what I mean? At home we play better than them and they still Grealish even said it and they still beat us.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, if Rice plays in against City and is the difference and we beat them, trust me, man. You start there's that belief.
I do no, but let's be
heard it all before,
Manny, we do like it though. We would have loved that, like to have a young midfielder who's just smashing it and is playing well, and you can just see the progression where they're going to get to. Like that's something that we want. Let's be honest, we do want that.
Okay,
mate. I had a conversation with Manu. I said to him when Rice was available and people were, I said, why isn't Manu going in for him?
FFP.
And I said to him, why you guys aren't going in for Lavia or Casado?
Lavia confused me. I think we should go in for Lavia. Casado no, because it was too expensive.
Yeah, mate, could sit. Why do you think? Could sit alongside Casemiro, learn.
We've got Amrabat.
You need that transition.
We've got Amrabat.
Mate, you guys took too long on Amrabat. That you guys should have.
Too long. We got over the line. We got him in the transfer window. That's not too late.
Mate,
FFP.
Mate, what I mean by too late, man, he should have been in before the first game of the Premier League.
He should have been at pre-season.
You had Amrabat yesterday, mate. You could argue it's a different game.
I think the only difference between the game against you guys was the quality of our bench. That is it.
Whoa. Hojlund came on and smashed it. Garnacho came on and smashed it.
Okay, but
and our centre backs were absolutely disgusting and sick.
And
they're young youths.
Yeah,
exactly. And we shouldn't be putting that much pressure on them.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay, I want to say something. here. I know you have injuries, but I think this game was lost because we didn't start with Varane and Martinez.
Okay. Take your full.
I think our centre backs make a big difference to the game.
100% they do.
As soon as Onana's looking, and he's seeing Maguire, who he hates already, and Johnny Evans, who's 35. There's no confidence there. There's absolutely.
But do you think we lost because of Maguire and Evans?
I feel like. I will say this.
It's fine margins.
There is always fine margins, and that is a fine margin. That is a fine margin, of course. You just said it's because of fine margins. That is a fine margin, number one. And number two, like as soon as Johnny Evans came on, he got skinned by Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jesus
Lindelof and Martinez
skins a lot of people.
Lindelof and Martinez looked
solid.
Didn't look stressed out
at all.
Yes, there was the goal, but the goal came from Odegaard being out. Coming in, making a sweet run, which is hard to track. So actually, your midfielder should have tracked him.
Yeah.
And the ball, he struck the ball sweetly. Wasn't your defensive goal. Other than that, Martinez and Lindelof looked calm.
Yeah.
They looked relaxed until they went off.
Yeah.
He did make a sweet one. It's hard to track those.
Those ones. No, but I genuinely think I think it's unfair. Not unfair. It was just hard on us to lose two of our centre backs.
You guys got them two in. You guys look okay. Your full strength team, right? On the bench, you would have had Lindelof. You would have had Who else would you have had?
On the bench, we had Lindelof and Maguire.
Who else
maybe
would you have had?
maybe Dalot or one.
You would have had Martial on the bench.
Yeah.
You've had Malacia on the bench. See, that's
we had Ericsson because Man wasn't there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So then your bench becomes stronger then.
Yeah. Which is why the win would have just been amazing for us, just to show that we can do it with our.
Imagine we could have brought on a Mount in the last 20 minutes instead of Ericsson.
Yeah, but you got the confidence to know now that you can.
We got a good team. We got a good team. We got a good team, and I think for once.
Don't be disgruntled.
I think for once, and which is so strange. It's like
once he starts cooking.
Yeah.
Once you
why do you keep on saying cooking? You keep on getting that from Twitter.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you've been cooking a lot today, man.
TikTok, mate.
So just predictions. Like, where do you guys think you're going to finish?
Yeah.
Realistically.
Realistically.
If we have luck with injuries, top 2.
Yeah, top 2.
If you have luck with injuries, top 2.
Yeah, if we have luck with injuries, I can see
we don't get
injuries,
injuries, top 2.
For me, a good season. A good season.
Come on, man. It depends who.
Yeah.
A good season.
A good season, yeah.
So there's good season.
Yeah.
Is finishing second again and getting a trophy and going into the knockout stage of the Champions League. Quarterfinal, semi-final.
Oh, okay. What trophy do you want? FA Cup, or are you okay with Carabao?
Are you okay with Carabao in second?
Carabao stinks.
And they say that because we won it.
You say, do you know something, mate?
Take it.
I would take it, man. Trophy's a trophy, boy.
I don't want
trophies.
Why do you want it? Why do you want it?
I just don't care.
Why?
You do, they do. It's crazy.
Don't become like Robbie. We got too much fish to fry.
No, it's not even too much fish to fry. I just don't like.
Hey, you love cooking today.
You love cooking, man. Everything's about food with you.
It just doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like a prestigious trophy anymore, man. I think they changed the name to.
But the thing is, do you think it's a name change?
They need to change it. They need to change it.
When it was Carling Cup.
Carling sounds better than Carabao.
Bro, like that cup used to slap.
Have you ever had a Carabao? I've never had a Carabao.
Bro, like, I think the name change has ruined it.
Yeah.
I don't care about it anymore.
Yeah.
FA Cup, Champions League, Premier League.
FA Cup,
if we get FA Cup and finish top 2, I will. That is, and then you
I
go
want
well
a
into
trophy, though, man.
You need one.
You won't take Carabao.
I would rather,
unless there's a name change.
If they change it back to Carling Cup, I'm all over it.
What, mid-season they're going to change the name?
They rebrand.
Yeah, we have to hope that City, because they've got loads of new players, and we don't know if their new players are gonna perform in their first season and do well. If they don't, they have to rely on the players from last season.
Yeah.
And you think to yourself, Hojlund always gets an injury like for a month or two. Do you mean he always usually if you look at him in Dortmund, if you look at his injury,
Yeah.
I just think now that they are, I know they've got Alvarez, and you could argue that you don't, but Haaland still gives them that fear factor. He's out for a period.
Yeah.
De Bruyne's legs are.
Do you mean you think to yourself, do they? And that's my thing.
All right.
I just think.
What about top 4 predictions? I know it's not my show, sorry.
Yeah, no, you said us. We've said ours.
We said our
top 4.
Mm.
I think Man U get top 4.
Yes.
Third or fourth.
It's between them and Liverpool.
Mate, do you know something? We'll see with Liverpool what happens, but they've started well.
They're cooking, man.
They're cooking. I think Liverpool are going to be closer than they were.
Yeah,
so if you guys,
I agree.
If you guys finish above Liverpool, I think that's a good. I think if we finish, that's a good season.
I want them to lose Salah, man. I want them to go Saudi.
They ain't gonna go.
They're not letting him go. No way. Not now.
They can't.
The narrative that if he when he goes, the narrative is they're gonna come hard for Saka.
Yeah, that's what Paul Merson said, though, isn't it?
But I think they will.
Yeah, but I don't think Saka would make that move.
Saka ain't going to leave.
Saka won't.
I don't think he will leave, but I think they'll come for him.
Saka's at Arsenal at the best time.
He's like at the age that come and drop 150 mil.
Yeah, but you just aren't who you were 5 years ago. You're a proper team.
Yeah, you're buying players for 100 million.
Yeah.
Saka ain't.
We're not selling.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
Arsenal 4 or 5 years ago, maybe.
Yeah. Arsenal 4 or 5 years ago, he's a gunner.
Yeah.
But now.
Mate, lastly, about you guys, Matt. Do you Matt, I speak to a lot of Man U fans. I see a lot of their tweets on Twitter, on X now, on social media. There's a real thing, that the Glaziers are doing you guys dirty.
They're gonna sell, man.
Because do you think that you said to me when I said to you, why didn't you get Casado or Declan Rice, you said FFP.
Yeah.
Is that because you got? Is it because you haven't got the right setup in place, the right structure? How are you allowing so many players to have high contracts? You're not selling players well. You're not, mate. There's this. I'm sitting here going, you guys are Man United. I'm from a time where you used to just drop peas for players. How can you not buy Amrabat? How did you have Van Bronckhorst on loan last season? What's going on?
The thing is, right?
Am I missing something here?
In terms of
And that's the best remix of his name I've heard. I know, yeah, Weghorst, but that's the best. That was the best remix of his name I've heard.
I was there thinking, I didn't clock there.
I don't know, but there's a lot of I think there's a lot of distractions, and I think it could be feeding through to players potentially. I don't know. I don't really know if a player cares about all of that stuff, but there's a load of distractions. I just want it to be solved. I don't care about what's going on. I don't care about who owns. I don't want Glazers to own a car. I don't care about the new ownership. I just want it to be done. Because I want to see if something changes in our transfer strategy.
Are you not spending money because of FFP or because the Glazers don't want to spend money?
Apparently it's because of FFP, and that's why we have
to... It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't, yeah.
No, it does. There are...
Like, how are Chelsea spending $1 billion?
You see, have you not heard about that? That's the reason why they got long contracts. No, and they don't pay up all the money up front.
The whole thing about... I'm not with this whole thing that the Glazers are bad owners because we're not spending money and
yes, they are.
Because we've consistently.
Because we earn so much money, commercial revenue.
But you're still spending.
We're spending money. We're spending.
I know, but we can afford to.
150 million every single season. We're the highest spenders for the past how many years? In the past 10 years, we spent the money. We spend money. We've bought some incredible players. Lukaku, Pogba, Di Maria. We've spent money on big players. We always have. And the whole thing because we haven't got a director of football, that's why our results are the way they are. I think fans are always looking for I think there's
a lot of blame pushing.
There's a lot of blame pushing.
If that's a word. Is that
I think
not a word? But...
part of maybe the whole Sancho situation with Ten Hag is he's made it very clear about the whole wage structure and the mentality in the club. Sancho being on 350k.
Ten Hag said that? What did he say?
Sancho's on 350.
Yeah, Sancho's on 350.
I heard 300. About,
is he your highest paid player?
He was
second
until Rashford's new deal.
Yeah.
He's sitting on bench.
To not be training well.
To not be training well.
And he had a break. And do you think they gave him half of his money on the break? Because you have to.
No, he would have. They did full pay. But paying Greenwood's full pay in Getafe.
Let's not talk about that guy.
Yeah.
I don't want
to
be
involved
in that episode.
Or Partey. Or Anthony.
Oh my days. Anthony today, have you seen the news?
I saw it.
Yeah, let's not.
They're nutters, man.
Anyway, man,
the views shared by...
Are we gonna do an episode on international break?
I just realised. Yeah, let's do one. Let's talk about England, man.
Can we talk about Nigeria instead?
We can talk about both.
How many United players got called up for England?
Maguire,
Rashford.
That's a disgrace.
Luke Shaw's injured.
That's a disgrace.
It's a disgrace.
What, Maguire? Let's be honest. In every England England squad, there's always been some player.
Something's happened there.
Yeah, for sure.
He was there. He left.
What, Ben White?
Something happened.
In every England squad, the manager always has his spine that he always picks no matter what. Every England squad.
Maguire's
not playing. You can't.
Yeah, but he likes him.
Henderson
it's to our detriment. You can't be playing.
Bro, even if you get another manager, there's always Sven Ulreich action. You should always pick what's his name?
We have an abundance of good talent that are playing regular football.
Yeah, I don't know how Maguire's being called up because he's just.
I do. I genuinely. No, I don't think he will. That's the thing. I think he will start.
Yeah, probably will.
I think
he will start, bro.
That's a.
And he'll play well. But he'll play well.
Well, it's sending a bad message.
I think actually Southgate might have answered that. He said something like, certain players you play because of form, and certain players you just pick because you trust them.
Yeah, he's a dickhead though, because why didn't he pick Sterling? Sterling's always good for England.
Yeah, I know, that one's strange. That one's strange.
And he's on form.
I think that one's more strange than Ben White. Sterling.
Well, that's because I'm saying Ben White is seen as a right back, and they're thinking.
You think?
Actually, right back. Well, Walker and Trent, innit?
Trent plays in the mid, bro.
Oh yeah, for England now. But I think that stunk that game, didn't it?
No,
he did. He was sick.
San Marino or something though.
I don't watch England games, but I will watch it for next week.
Yeah, talk about how the United players got on for England.
Don't dictate what we talk about now.
We'll just talk about everything.
Don't do that. We've allowed you to come on today.
That's
not
got names
mistake.
there,
This show, it's called Love of the Game. Do you love the game?
Do you love the game?
Did you love the game yesterday?
I loved it. I still love the game.
Let me tell you what
I love the
happened
game,
yesterday.
and that's the thing about love. Whether they treat you good or they treat you bad,
You still want to lips them.
you still
Love
want
is
lips.
love is blind, and that's why Banks loves the game. yesterday was lit. He's at my house. 88th minute, Garnacho scored. This guy's screaming. Opens my door. He's screaming. My neighbours are like, bro, come on.
I had to say sorry to the
He's like,
neighbours.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Come back, I'm on my phone. I'm like, flip this game. Offside. Bangs is quiet. 2 minutes later, Decky's.
You're in his face.
He stands up. No, I was humble. He stands up. Gabby Jesus scores. He's like, I'm going home.
I got an ice cream. from the fridge and left.
You didn't even watch the replay.
I cried, yeah.